We're in the studio today to keep you connected to what's happening in the Northwest Local School District. We have with us the Superintendent of Schools for the Northwest Local School District, Daryl Yater. Thank you so much for being here.
Thank you.
And we're going to find out what's going on in the school district.
So we have had a really exciting first week of school. We have a staggered start, so it allows various grade levels to start in the school without the entire school being full. So we have extra staff to really help make sure that students who might be new to the school or just at grade level get some extra attention to make sure that rules are being established, patterns and routines are being established. And so we really enjoy that staggered start to really ensure those processes and procedures are embedded in our first opening days. And then we add more grade levels each day, and by now we're fully in with every grade level at every building, and it's going extremely smooth. So our kids are doing great. Our staff have welcomed them in. It's a really good start to the school year, and we are extremely thankful for the fact that our Colerain Township police and fire teams showed up the first couple of days of school at our elementaries, and they welcomed our elementary students on their first day of school and made sure they had an exciting entry into the building. So we're so thankful for that.
The staggered start is such a great idea. Then they're not overwhelmed by all those big kids at the same time. And
yeah, so really we do at our elementaries, there are 3 grade levels one day and then 3 the next. Our middle school does 6th grade only the first day, and then 7th and 8th the second day, and then everyone the third day. And our high school start with just freshmen, so that the students who are new to that building really get to learn their schedule and the patterns of the building and really find where they're going before they're in a sea of 4 different grade levels.
How is transportation going?
So we rerouted over the summer. You'll remember last spring, we actually talked to our community about different ways we could try to address some of the issues we were having in transportation. And so over the summer, we reduced the number of routes that we run from 73 to 58 because we moved to more of a community or neighborhood stop. So our parents should be very in tune to the bus pass they get, because their stop is most likely different than it was last year, and they may have to walk farther to that stop. So they may have to go, a block down the street. So there's going to be more kids at a community stop, but it's allowing us to be more efficient with our routing, stop less, fill up the bus, and reduce the number of buses that we need so that we can match our current staffing level. And although, we do have the majority of our buildings staffed and our transportation department, we are always looking for staff. And so we are continuing to look for drivers for buses. You don't have to have your CDL. We offer paid training. So if you don't have that, but you're interested, please reach out to our Human Resources Department or our Transportation Department, because we do offer that paid training for people to go through and get their CDL with us. And then we obviously have a competitive salary schedule, and our bus drivers and transportation staff do get a weekly attendance bonus. So there are a lot of incentives and rewards for being a bus driver. With some of the opening of school, I've been able to be on lots as students are being dropped off or picked up, and the excitement of just riding the bus for some of our elementary kids and the way that our drivers welcome them and greet them and really get them started on a positive beginning of their day is an amazing opportunity for people to join that. I was at a Colerain High School football game last year, and one of the bus drivers was there, and she had kids coming up to her that were high school students that remembered her from the elementary schools when she was their bus driver. So it is an extremely rewarding way to build relationships with kids. So if anyone is interested in that, please feel free to reach out to our district. We'd love to have more people join our team. And you're trained by our staff. So several of our bus drivers are the instructors. So you're learning from people that are in our district who know our routes, know our kids, know our families, and are training you to be a good member of that team as well.
So before we talk about other things, if someone is listening to this and saying, yes, I would like to apply for that job, where should they go?
They can go to our district website and go to our human resources page. They can actually just call our district office at 923-1000, ask for human resources, and we will get them through that online application process and get them started.
Now you have another project coming up called Schoolhouse Talks. Can you tell us about those?
Yeah, this is new. We want to really make sure that we keep our lines of communication open and that we have two-way communication with our community, and not just our parents, but our entire broader community. So we're going to be rolling out dates starting in September for the rest of the school year, multiple times a month, where I'm going to go out to different spots in the community and different times of the day. So it could be a library, it could be a restaurant, just to be there to engage with people who want to come and talk about what's going on in the district. So there will be morning, afternoon, and evening times at various locations all across our district so that we can be available, accessible, and have conversations with people about what's happening in our district.
How will people be able to find out when those dates are?
We will put a flyer on our social media and our website so that people can go electronically and try to find those at our website or on our social media pages so they can see the entire year dates and times so they can plan accordingly. We'd love to have people come up and show up just to talk. And you don't have to be connected to our district, just interested in our district, because we have a lot of things we'd love to share, but also we want to hear from our community as well. And schools and communities are inextricably tied together. We are two sides of the same coin, and so we need to work together to make sure that, as a school, we reflect and represent the community that we're a part of, and we want to make sure that we're engaged with that community. There's no agenda, no PowerPoint, just conversation.
Okay, I like that. And so if folks just keep an eye on the social media or on the website, when those are scheduled, that'll be available.
Yes.
Fantastic. Now, we are just starting school, and you already have several events under your belt. So let's talk about what those were. The first one is the annual Health and Safety Fair. You do it every year. Can you tell us about that?
Yeah, so we are excited every year to roll out our Health and Safety Fair. This is an annual event where we really bring our community together to help prepare for the start of the school year. So there are haircuts for kids, medical appointments, dental appointments, backpacks, school supplies, a lot of things for the kids to be ready for school, but also for the parents as well. So we had over 950 students who came through our fair, but we also have vendors who are there, and they're community-based vendors who are serving our community, who parents can connect with about different services that they might need. So we have different church organizations, different, like the YMCA, the YWCA. We have all these different organizations who just come together so that parents have the availability and accessibility to really get connected to a lot of things at once. Not to mention the fact that we also have our bands playing and different school events there. So it really is just a great way to energize and kick off the school year. And everything that we do there is free. So it's a great way for people to get connected to those services. And we have a great staff of about 25 or more people who volunteer to make sure that this goes off without a hitch every year. So, it takes a village to raise children, to run a school district, but it also to get ready for something like this. We do have great partners like the Chamber and Side by Side who continue to just partner with us on making sure that things like this are a success. And a lot of kudos are deserving for our district nurse, Kiva Bryce, and our district social worker, Lindsay Gibson, because they really take the brunt of putting this together with Lindsay Creasy, our PR person, who really makes sure that this event goes off without a hitch every year.
Where do you host this big event?
We have been extremely fortunate over the years that Northgate Mall has been a great partner, and we've been hosting it there for multiple years. So we were able to be at Northgate. They are a great partner. They help make sure that this event is possible every year.
What is the main reason that the district promotes this event? What do you hope it accomplishes each year?
We're a service organization. We serve kids and communities and families, and this is a way for us to continue to serve our kids and families. It's open to anyone. We don't check if you're a Northwest resident, but it's about making sure that kids get what they need so that they are excited and ready for that first day of school. And so it really is about us being in service of our kids, families, and communities.
Now, we've talked about what back to school looked like for the kids. Can you tell me what back to school looked like for the staff?
It's been fantastic. So we always have in-service days before kids come so that staff can be prepared. They have the time to kind of get up to speed on changes that might have happened or new processes and procedures. But we have gotten into kind of a routine and kind of a tradition where we kick off our school year with what we call a family reunion. our staff is so connected, and it really does feel like whether you work in the same building or you're just across the street or you're down the other part of the district, everybody knows everybody. We're a larger district, but we're small because we're connected. And so we bring everyone together at the Corrigan High School Stadium, and we have a huge kickoff where we bring everybody there. We celebrate. We have the bands again, get everybody excited. We have a morning of learning and different activities, and then we feed everyone lunch, and everybody just gets to have time to just sit, commune, and eat together, and then they head off back to their buildings and they get started on the work of getting ready for those kids.
That's fantastic. What a nice way to come back knowing that they're going into a lot of work, and it's all going to get really hectic. And as soon as those kids show up, to just know that they're part of a bigger project, that they're appreciated, they're part of a bigger community. That's fantastic.
And it takes all of us.
Yeah.
We're one big team that makes all of this work, and everybody's important and what they do matters. And so being able to bring them together to show not only camaraderie, but appreciation, and the fact that you're right, things happen and it does get hard, but it's worth it because of what we're doing it for. We're doing it for the children.
And now you have 2 high schools, and each of those high schools hosted a big community event. Let's hear about those.
So both of our high schools hosted big back-to-school community events, and so Corrigan High Schools really was focused on the kind of Century campaign because it does represent 100 years of Corrigan High School. Corrigan Elementary was built in 1923 with students entering the building in 1924. So there's a Century campaign that's going on with our Corrigan High School Booster Association really leading a lot of that celebration. And so a lot of that was in celebration of that Century campaign. And then at Northwest High School, it brought together our elementary, our middle school, and our high school students. They had bouncy houses and a lot of fun events. And so we had a great turnout just to bring people together and just be part of the larger community as we kick off that school year.
I love what that does for little kids, that school is a place that they feel happy about going to because these great things happen there, and it's not just a classroom all the time. Love that.
It's not just a school, it's a community. And the community is larger than just the building. It's the whole community that we're a part of. It's the neighborhoods that make up our tapestry of our district. So we're excited to bring in community and to bring communities together to celebrate and continue to kind of build that camaraderie. So there's always something happening in our district, whether it is middle school athletics, high school athletics, plays, bands. There is so much happening in our district. Our websites and our social media channels are a great way to stay connected, but we have so many fun and exciting things that are coming up this fall. And I just encourage people to be connected and invested and show up once, and you'll keep coming.
Well, I want to thank you so much for coming in, making sure we're connected to what's going on. And I want to thank you for watching. That means you will be informed what's going on in the Northwest Local School District, and we'll see you next time.